Hello students, I am Sunny sir from Mohdi English School. So before starting with our video, I would like to share some points with you. I want you to follow that points. I hope that all of you are eating the food made at home, not going outside and eating stale food. Also, you are sanitizing your surroundings, keeping yourselves neat and clean so that you can be safe and your family can be safe from the disease which is spread right now. Please be very cautious about this. It is a very serious thing. Do not go out of the house unnecessarily. So, before we start our video, we'll read one thought. And this video of science is for class 2. Education is the movement from darkness to light. So, what is the meaning of this thought? The meaning is that those who are not educated, they live in darkness. They do not know what is the value of education. They do not know anything and they cannot stand on their feet. If you want to do something, if you want to achieve something, you have to be educated. Only then you can just light up the world. And if you are educated, the people around you will get education, will be able to access the thing which is inside you. Means you can spread your knowledge with the help of education. So education is the must in today's world. Without education, you cannot stand anywhere. So please be very serious about education. And so I will like to tell you that please keep watching the videos regularly. As your school has not yet started, this is the only way that you can get education sitting at home. Please never miss the videos. Watch the videos regularly of all the subjects. Keep checking the WhatsApp groups. You are getting the link of the videos if you just miss the videos on television, and keep doing the worksheets, homework regularly. So, before we start, let us see the topics. That is, first review the contents of the previous video. So, in previous video, whatever we have done, types of plants, the extra types of plants, which are extra information which I shared with you, we will just review that what we have done in the previous video, and after reviewing we will start reading and we'll understand what are parts of plants. In the previous video we had covered 2 parts, but today we'll start all over the parts of plants and we'll go in detail. And after understanding what are parts of plants, we will solve the worksheet based on the same topic, parts of plants. And now let us begin with our video. Let us review the contents. What was the previous video about? First was water plant. In water plants, we had seen water plants are also called aquatic plants. The plants that grow in water are called water plants, and the other name is aquatic plants. Water plants are found, where do we find? Along the edges, on the surface, or at the bottom of shallow lakes and ponds. These are the places where we find water plants, and the examples we had seen lotus, and other example was hydrilla. Some plants float on the water and some get submerged under the water. Then we had seen the example. What was the example? Lily plant. Water lily is example of water plant. As you can see, it is floating on the water just like lotus. This was the example we had seen for water plants. Then we had seen what are wild plants. What are the wild plants? That grow naturally. They are not intentionally planted by human. Means we don't have to plant this. They grow on their own. They can be found anywhere and they do not need human care. Means human beings do not have to feed the plants with water and other things. So they can grow on their own. They do not need human beings to grow. Wild plants can be flowers, grasses, shrubs or trees. These are the examples of wild plants that we had seen yesterday. Then I had also shown you the pictures of these two, that are periwinkle plant as well as grass. These are the 2 examples of wild plant. See the periwinkle, purple color, very beautiful, and this is the grass. This is very common and you all already know. So these 2 come in the category, these 2 fall in the category of wild plant. Then we had seen what are weeds. What are weeds? Weeds are the plants that grow in the place where it is not needed. They are considered unwanted plants. So we can say that weeds are unwanted. Unwanted means we don't want them. We don't want, still they grow. And where do they grow? They grow at the places where it is not needed, where you don't want them to grow. There they grow. And they can grow anywhere and can be easily seen. Where do we see these weeds? We see them in pots, garden, lawns and farms. Then we had seen what are grasses. Grass is the type of plant which is used to cover the ground in a lawn, right? The lawn, the ground is covered with the help of grass. Grass can grow very tall, and the height it can reach 100 meters height. It's very tall. Bamboo is the tallest grass. So when you're asked the question, general knowledge, the tallest grass is bamboo. Grasses usually have long, narrow leaves, grow along the ground. So along the ground, just like creepers, the leaves grow along the ground. Then we had seen how to take care of the plants. We had seen 3 points. Just let us quickly see that plants need water to grow, right? Even human beings, we all need water to grow. So water the plant regularly, otherwise it will die. Without watering the plants, they cannot survive. They will get dry and they will fall down. Finally, they would die. Plants should be placed in such a way that it receives enough sunlight. If it doesn't come in contact with sun, if it doesn't get sunlight, it will not be able to live because it will not be able to prepare the food. So it should be placed properly that it gets sunlight. Plants leaves should be cleaned regularly so that plants breathes easily. Like we breathe in, we breathe out. Same way plants also breathe in and breathe out. They also need fresh air, and for that we should clean the plants regularly. So these were the points we had discussed for taking the care of plants. Now let us see what are the parts of a plant. Let us go in detail. Parts of a plant. As you can see the image on the screen, this is the image for the parts of the plant. There are several parts. As you can see, this is shoot system, the root system. Shoot and root are the two most important parts of the plant. So these are the two systems that plants follow. See, flower, leaf, fruit, stem and the root. As you can see, it is underground. So these are the parts of the plant. Now let us learn about the parts in detail. We had seen these parts in the previous video. Which are the names of all the parts of the plant? Root, stem, leaf, flower, seed and fruit. These are the 6 parts of the plant. It is shown over here. See, as you can see, this is the stem. This is how the plant stands straight, erect with the help of the stem. If stem is not there, the plant will not be able to stand erect like this. It is standing. Then root. Roots are sometimes underground, sometimes above the ground, but this is a plant, so the roots are underground. As you can see, these are the roots. Roots are the strongest part. It will hold the plant and it will make the plant stronger. Then flowers. This is the flower. As you can see, flower comes in different colors. So this is flower and it's also a part of a plant. Then this is leaf. This will grow on the stem of the plant. As you can see, these are the leaves growing on the stem of the plants. Then fruit. Can you see which fruit is this? This is tomato. So tomato, where will be the seed? The seed will always be at the center, in the inside of the plant. As you can see, inside of the fruit. So whenever you see a plant, you have to understand that the seeds will be there inside of that fruit. Any fruit it could be. So now let us see this name, and now let us learn in detail what are the parts of the plants. So we'll understand what are roots. See, can you see the picture of the roots? Which roots can you see over here? It can be tree roots or plant roots. So when I show you the picture, you will understand which kind of roots are these. So what are roots? The part that grows out of the bottom of the stem. So it grows at the bottom. These roots are at the bottom part of the plants or trees. It is at the bottom. Roots hold the plants in soil, and the soil is something which is underground. Soil is under the ground and roots hold the plants in soil. How does the plant stand? How does the plant stay strong? With the help of the roots. If roots are strong, then the plant will be stronger. They act like straws. They absorb water and nutrients from the soil. So what is the work of roots? They act like straw. What is a straw? I hope you have already know how to drink a juice. So juice is drank with the help of straw, and straw is used for drinking. Same way, roots are used for drinking. And who uses the root for drinking? These plants, they use these roots as straws, and with the help of the straw they absorb water and nutrients from the soil which is underground. Under the ground soil is there and water and nutrients are there. So with the help of these roots it can be spread in the whole area of the plant. Then roots stores food and provides support to the plant. What does the root do? It stores the food of the plant and it also provides the support that the plant can be stronger. And which are some other points about the roots? I would like to share some other points about the roots. The root of a plant grows below the ground and these roots give support to the plant. Roots hold the soil particles firmly and fix the plant in the soil. They help the plant to stand erect. How does the plant stand straight? It can stand straight with the help of roots. They carry water, minerals and nutrients from the soil to the plants. So they do the work of carrying all these things like water, minerals and nutrients is reaching the plants with the help of roots. Vegetables. Now which are vegetables like carrot? You might have seen carrot. Beetroot, turnip and radish are actually roots. So you might have eaten one of these like carrots are there, beet, red color. Right? So carrot, beetroot, radish are all roots actually that we eat. Then when the leaves prepare the food, what happens? The excess food means when lot of food is prepared, like when your mother prepares food, when lot of food is prepared, extra food is there, we keep it in the freezer so that we can eat it the next day or in the evening. Right? Same way, if so much food is prepared by leaves, if the food is a lot of food, then it is stored in the roots of some plants. Where does the food get stored? In the roots of the plant. And examples are potato, carrot, radish, beetroot. All these store the food in the root. So when it is needed, when the plant is hungry, the plant can absorb the food from the root and can survive. Now the types of the root are taproot and fibrous root. These are the types of the root. Then let us see what is next. So there are different types of roots. As you can see on your screen, these are the two pictures and one is plant root and the other is tree root. So can you just see the difference between these two? The images which are shown on the screen, one is of plant root, the left side, and the right side the image is of tree roots. So I can see the difference. I can just clearly see what is the difference. First difference is there. This is under the ground. Can you see? Plant root is underground and whereas the tree root is above the ground. This is the major difference. You can see clearly, it is visible. So we can say the point, plant roots grow underground, tree roots grow above the ground. And also I can see that if you want to pluck out this plant, you can easily just fetch it out, but trees, you cannot just cut the tree easily. You cannot just pick it out like you can pick out the plant, because these are not very hard under the ground, but these roots are very strong. So you cannot just pluck out the tree easily like plant, and these are even stronger than plant roots. So this is the major difference between tree roots and plant roots. One more difference is that the plants cannot grow in size as much as the tree grows. So the height of the tree can be far more than the height of the plants. That is one more major difference between them. And the trees have many branches, whereas plants do not have many branches as trees have. Let us look ahead. Yes, our next topic, our next part of the plant is stem. So stems, what are the stems? Let us read what is written over here. The stems support the plant so it can get lots of sunlight. Now as I told you in the beginning of the video that plants will not be able to survive without sunlight. So how will plants get sunlight? The stems support the plant so that it can get sunlight. With the help of the stem, the plant can stand erect. How will you stand straight? With the help of your legs. Same way, plants need stems so that if they are standing straight at a good height, they can get sunlight easily and can prepare their foods. It carries water and nutrients from roots to different parts of plants. So what is the meaning of nutrients? The vitamins and the other things that body needs to be fit and fine, that are called nutrients. So it carries water and nutrients from roots to different parts of the plants. As I shown you in the previous picture, the roots are underground. So the stems will take water and nutrients, all the required things that plant needs. It will take from the roots to other parts of the plants so that plants can live properly and they can be strong enough. So that is the work of the stem. And it supports the branches, leaves, flowers, fruits and connects them with root. So these are also called connectors. Why? Because root is underground and flowers are upside. Flowers hang on the stem. So what is the connecting factor between them? The stem. Stem connects the flowers and branches with roots, because one is underground, that is root, and the other is above the ground on the stem. So the connection between branches and roots, that is stem, that acts like a connector. And which are the other points of the stems? The stem usually grows above the ground. As you can see, mostly it is growing above the ground. Stems may be green or brown. Now different colors are there. It can be green over here, as you can see, or it could either be brown. Stems may be thick or thin. Now thick or thin, both can be possible. The stem supports its other part of the plants and it is a connector. Now here you can see the difference between plant stem and tree stem. So what is the difference? The stem of the tree are strong and hard. These are called trunks. Can you see here tree stem? So tree stem is called trunk because it is very hard. You cannot break it easily. So it is very hard and it is very strong. So it is called trunk. Always remember the name trunk. So let us write what it is called. T-R-U-N-K, trunk. See, I am putting it over here. This is the trunk of the tree, as I have written over here. It is very strong and you cannot just break it easily like the plant stem. And one more important thing, some stems, like example I give you, sugar cane. You all have seen sugar cane and eaten. So sugar cane, ginger, potato, these stems, they store food and we can eat this stem. Sugar cane, ginger, potato, these stems can be eaten. And the last point is, stem is known as the backbone of the plant. So what is the backbone of the plant? Stem. It is called the backbone. Like without backbone we cannot stand straight, we cannot sit, we cannot do anything. Same way, this is the backbone of the plant, most important part. So as I have written over there, the stem of the tree is called trunk. As this picture shows, this is the trunk. The stem of the tree is called trunk and it is covered with bark. So outside covering, as you can see, the covering which is there outside of brown color, this is called bark of the tree. But it is totally different from the bark of the dog. The dog shouts, that is barking, but this is the bark of the tree. This is totally different. The spelling may be same but the meanings are different. The outer covering, the part of the tree, is called the bark of the tree. So third part of the plant, that is leaves. As you can see on your screen, these are the green color, flat part of the plant. So this green flat part of the plant is called leaf. So one is leaf, and if there are many, then we say leaves. What do we understand by leaves? Leaves capture sunlight to make food for the plant. So what is the work? It will capture sunlight, it will catch the sunlight. The sunlight will fall on the leaves and the leaves will capture it, it will take it inside. Leaves are of different shapes and sizes, right? We have seen many leaves. All the trees, all the plants have different shapes and sizes in leaves. All are not the same. Leaves absorb carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. So the most important point, how do human beings survive? With the help of oxygen. And where do we get oxygen from? We get oxygen from the leaves, from the plants. And which part of the plant gives us oxygen? That is this part which is shown in your screen. With the help of the leaves, we are able to breathe. We can breathe in oxygen and we exhale. When we breathe out, what do we release? Which gas? We release carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide is taken inside by plants. Plants need carbon dioxide to survive and we need oxygen to survive. So that is give and take. Plants give us oxygen and we give carbon dioxide to plants so that they can survive. And if plants are not there, if plants are destroyed, human beings cannot survive on the earth. And when we give them oxygen, plants can breathe in. So we require plants and plants require human beings for survival. And some other points of the plants. Leaf grows on the branch of the plant. And you see the leaf, it grows on the branch. These are the branches. It grows on the branch of the plant. It produces food for the plant through the process called photosynthesis that we will learn the later part of the lesson. They prepare the food for the plants. They make food in the presence of which things they need? Sunlight, water, carbon dioxide and chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a pigment. It is a substance which are there with the most leaves and it is of green color. So all these things are required for the leaves for the plants to prepare the food. Different types of leaves are chlorophyll, leaf blades, veins, stomata. All these are the names of different types of leaves. And leaves as food, like we eat leaves, like in food we cook it. Which are they? Do you know? Green color vegetables that we eat directly, that are spinach, lettuce and cabbage. Mostly people eat spinach and cabbage. These are green color leaves. We can eat directly. We can cook them and we can eat. So these are the different types of leaves as you can see on your screen. See, I told you leaves are of different types: chlorophyll, leaf blades and veins. So chlorophyll is these are the parts of the leaves. Chlorophyll, substance which gives most leaves its green color. How do leaves get green color? This green color, as you can see, it is there because of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the substance which gives green color to the leaves. And leaf blade, the part of the leaf. Leaf blade is called the part of the leaf. And veins, the fine lines on the leaves which give support and carry water to the leaf. As you can see, the lines are there, right? And water is also there. So water is carried with the help of veins. Even human beings have veins in their body. Same way, leaves also have veins so that they can carry water to the leaf. And stomata, the last part of the plant, that is tiny and it is underside of the leaf blade through which the plant breathes in the air. How do plants take in the air? It takes the air inside with the help of stomata. We breathe in, we breathe out with the help of nose or mouth. Same way, plants need stomata to breathe in and breathe out. Now the very interesting part, the most beautiful part of a plant, that is flower. As you can see on your screen, flower is very beautiful part of the plant and it is in different colors. So let us read. The flowers are the most attractive part of the plant. Attractive means very beautiful. You like the beauty, you like to see the flowers, you like to smell the flowers. So the flowers are most attractive part of the plant. Flowers are used for making perfumes, right? We use perfumes, we use different sprays for making our body smell good. Perfumes are used so that you can smell good. People apply perfume when they go to parties or in any other concerts or any other place. So perfumes are used so that you can smell good. Your body will throw out a good smell. And how can we make perfumes? With the help of flowers. Flowers have very pleasant smell and so do perfumes have. Flowers are used decorations and making garlands. So where do flowers are used? Flowers are used for decorating hall or for decorating any other place. We use flower. Flower is also the symbol of love. And for making garlands and for decorating different places, flower makes a place look really beautiful. And which are the other points of the flowers? Flowers also blooms out from a bud. Flowers can be of different size, shape, color and smell. So common flowers, which are the common flowers? Do you remember the names? The most common flower students remember, that is rose, then it is lotus, marigold, jasmine, sunflower, hibiscus. These are the different examples of flowers. Some flowers smell good. Some of the good smelling flowers are rose, lotus, apple flower etc. Butterflies and bees come to flower and they search for nectar. It is in the center. So butterflies and bees, you might have seen butterflies and bees come and sit on the flower. Why? They want nectar. Nectar is the substance here in the flower. Flowers grows into fruit and like cauliflower, and it helps the plants to reproduce. Flower makes other plants. So as you can see, these are the different flowers. This is yellow color and this is pink. These are the different flowers. So I told you flowers come in different shape, size, color and smell. So each of the flower has different smell. It can be sunflower, lotus, jasmine, rose, any of the flowers. The smell is really pleasant and they are used for making perfumes, and it has many other uses like decorations. The next part of a plant is seeds. As you can see, these are the seeds. So where are the seeds? Where do we find seeds? Let us read. The part that is used to grow another part of or flower. So with the help of seeds, we can grow another plant similar to the previous one, and we can also grow flowers with the help of seeds. So these are used for growing another plants, the new plants or the new flowers. Seeds of some plants are edible, means we can eat. Edible means eatable. So we can eat the seeds of some plants, but not all the plants. They are eatable. The plants grow from seeds. How do plants grow? Right, the roots are underground, but what is the main thing? The tiniest part, the smallest part, that is the seed. The seeds help the plants to grow, and without the seeds, there are no roots, there is no stem, nothing. So seeds are the most important, the tiniest part of the plant. Seeds are hard part inside the fruits. So inside the fruit, you will see the seeds are there. It is the hardest part. It will not be breakable easily. The hard part inside the fruit is the seed. See, the seeds are shown over here. Different seeds of different colors are shown. Which are the other points of the seeds? It is the hard part inside the fruit. It grows into a new plant. Seeds have baby plant inside them. Then we eat cereals like we eat rice, pulses, and we eat gram, pea. These are seeds of some plants, and most fruits have seeds inside them. Most of the fruits will have these seeds inside them. Some fruits have one big seed like mango and lychee. They have very one seed and it is very big. Some fruits have few seeds like apple, pear. They have few of them. Some fruits have many seeds like watermelon. When you open watermelon, when you open papaya, what do you see inside? You see seed. You have to throw it away. You cannot eat. Do you eat that? Open watermelon. What is there inside? And what is inside the papaya? We see these seeds are there. So a seed needs air, water and sunlight to grow. Without this, it will not be able to grow. There are some fruits whose seeds we can eat like pomegranate, banana, strawberry, kiwi, grapes. We can eat their seeds. Let us see next. What is the next? The sixth part is fruit. The part that grows from the flower of a plant is called fruit, and fruits contain seeds. Fruits can be thick and soft like plums, apples, or hard like nuts. So fruits are the parts of the plant which we can eat, and it also contains seeds. Can you see? It has seed inside it. So fruits can be thick, soft, or it can be hard. Soft like apples or hard like nuts. It can be hard and soft. These are called fruits. See, fruits are of different types. Can you see over here? These are the different types of fruits that we can eat. Let us quickly solve a worksheet based on what we have understood. Edible parts of the plant, the parts which we can eat, the eatable parts. So flower, root, stem, seed and leaf. And here are the pictures. We just have to join the pictures with the names which are given over here. So flower, where is flower? Can you see the flower? Yes, here it is. Then where is the root? Number 1, here is the root. Where is the stem? Can you see the stem? Thick and not very strong. That is stem. Where is the seed? The seed is over here. Can you see? The seed. Then the last one that is left is leaf. we can eat this. These are all the edible parts. We can eat all these parts of the plant. These are eatable parts. So what did we learn today? We learned the parts of the plants in detail and we solved the worksheet. We also understood what are the plants useful for and what are the functions of the parts of the plant. Thank you all of you. Take care and have a nice day.